Good afternoon. We are here for day 4 of the GVA Wind Festival here on the beautiful shores of Lake Geneva. My name is Sandy. I'm your host, and I'm joined in the booth, as ever, by Greta Marchega.
Thank you so much, Sandy. As always, it's amazing to be here. We're here at day 4, as you already said. We had so much action already in. Yesterday, qualification round 1. Today, we are getting ready for qualification round 2. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's glassy. The sunset is kicking in. There's a big Geneva crowd already here, and everybody's just waiting for the qualification to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you can see on screen here, there's a bit of a signing session going on with some of the riders before they get ready to head out onto the water. Some of the riders obviously won't be competing today. You know, they did the qualification round 1, so you can see Jens Cares there. He came first yesterday in that qualification, so he'll be going straight through into tomorrow's final, stomping that triple at the end of the day. Not one of his counting runs, but one in the show later on. And then he actually did one earlier on in the practice runs as well. So he's just got that move on lock. So I'm really excited what the other riders are going to take from that and push. And I think we're really going to see some innovation and a little bit more going on. But let's go to some interviews with some of the riders and get their thoughts on this event.
It's nice to be back. Yeah, last year I won the European title here, so it's kind of a happy memory from last year to be back here. And yeah, it's stunning, enjoying the view and can't complain.
Well, yeah, like I said, since the beginning I was watching online, and I have to say the first year I think it was the biggest show I ever seen in Towin. They was doing like Sam, also I think Bals was here, and Jentel and Lennart. And if I remember well, they was doing like triple. Yeah, Sam did the triple rotation, and also the wave. The wave was insane, huh?
And so, the wave is pretty unique.
Yeah, I think that's why I wanted to come here, because it's I've been many places to do towing, particularly in Austria, and the wave there is not going so high, so you can fly but not so much. And after I see the first year here, it was wow, the guys are really flying like crazy, and it looks epic.
And then last year, yeah, it was insane. I just remember Sam doing the Sam Air, scoring 10 points. I think it was in the final, and then it was kind of over for all of us. So we were fighting for second place, but yeah, it was just I think pushing the towing limits every time we were here, and I think we can expect nothing less from this event this year.
You know, here with friends, doing lots of activities, jumping from the boards and skating and the towing, of course. So yeah, it just kind of feels like a holiday to be here. So I actually like it a lot, because it means we can bring it to places where we wouldn't otherwise go. Like here, where obviously it could be windy here, but we could bring it to like big cities and big events as like a show format rather than always having to be dependent on wind. And we can still show some cool moves. So I really like it. I think there's some opportunities to grow the sport, and I enjoy it as well. It's just different. It's very high adrenaline, like way more than normal windsurfing.
Now we have the perfect water surface to do some towing, so yeah, I'm very excited for that. Yeah, so last year was just making me very happy, but also a bit hungry for more, so I'm feeling a bit more confident and hoping I can reach the same, maybe a bit better, and throw just some a bit bigger moves out there.
Always nice to hear from the riders, get their perspectives on it, especially Julian Mass. We haven't seen him for a little while. You had a great conversation with him the other day, talking about, he saw this and he was like, I have to come and be a part of this.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, Sandy, I really loved his interview sessions with the riders because it was really about to get to know them better. And we all know them as a rider and actually how strong they are on the water. But to get to know a bit their personal side, what they're doing besides windsurfing, like I really, really love this. And it's amazing to get to know the person behind the windsurfer better. And I mean, people like Julian, he has been off tour for like 5 years now. He's back and he's super excited, and he actually came to Geneva because he was so amazed by the wave, by the vibes of this place and so on, and it's just great to have him back.
Absolutely, yeah, he'll be coming up in qualification round 2 later. I'm really, really excited to see what he's going to pull out.
Too.
Practice runs, he's definitely still got it. He's going to be one to watch still. But on the other side of the tow-in, we have also got to discuss the foil style. We almost had some action at the start of the event, but sadly, just the wind not quite picking up. It kind of messed around a little bit with us. So these are our foil style rankings for the 2024 season so far. Leonard Neubauer just having the year of his life.
Oh my God, he's just dominating in all the disciplines. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's currently in contention. He's in first place for the tow-in title as well for 2024. Exactly. Obviously, in the wider world of windsurfing, he's been winning events as well. So yeah, he's just, I had a really good conversation with him the other day, an interview that we'll be putting out at a later date, and he, talked about it and kind of playing it cool and taking it heat by heat. And it's just so amazing. He's still so young. We forget that he's still so young.
Absolutely.
Because he's so accomplished already, and his mindset is definitely not that of his actual age. He
he's
seems
so professional
yeah,
also. I mean,
it's
with
really
this
cool
background he has, and yeah, as we like to say, once it's rolling, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it was really, really great. He kind of very much talked about staying present, not thinking too much about the next heat or the next event or anything, and just being where his feet are. Which is a very good attitude to take, whether you're windsurfing, but also just in life in general. And then, of course, Jens Kerr is currently sitting in second. Steven van Broekhoven sadly not joining us at this event, sitting in third. But yeah, sadly, it doesn't quite look like we're going to get the wind, but we've got some pretty epic tow-in action coming up for us.
Exactly, yeah. And talking about tow-in action, I mean, yesterday we had qualification round 1, as we already mentioned. Today we're getting in hot with qualification round 2. So before we're going into that, let's have a look at the highlights from yesterday.
Day 3 here for the GVA Wind Festival here on the beautiful shores of Lake Geneva. And today it was all about qualification round 1. Incorporating both that incredible ramp off the wake boat and some crazy flat water thanks to the glassy conditions, it was all about sending the most incredible moves in front of the growing crowd at Tropical Corner. The pace was set initially with Maaike Hoeveman laying down an incredible air funnel before Leander Halm putting down some huge moves.
I have to say my training runs are a little bit better than these ones just now, but I'm really enjoying it. The vibe is good, the weather is nice, and it was a blast.
Leander, what happened out there? Please let us know.
Yeah, I wanted to go for one-handed air funnel, but like mid-air in the rotation, I realized like something going wrong on my boom, and it's just like slapped in half, and I could not land it then.
After some incredible flat water technical combinations, the riders once again took to the skies, jumping off the ramp and throwing some insane rotations. Sam and Steve with that crazy stretched out one-handed burner. But it was all about one man today, and that was Mr. Jento Kers, throwing down a near perfect double air culo in his last run of the day. Really, really setting the bar high as we move into qualification round 2 tomorrow.
You're a monster.
We will be going live again for qualification round 2 at 6 p.m. tomorrow local time. Stay tuned for more action.
I can see the truth. No, you don't have to lie to me. Don't fill your head with things and think you're free. I can smell the fear. I think you made it clear. Yeah, I could be rude, be in the mood. I could be rotten. I could be cool, might act a fool, but never forgotten.
Oh, that was incredible.
Oh, I loved every second out of it. I swear. And I was there with the riders also on the pontoon. I mean, just getting the vibe there and getting all the emotions and adrenaline. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sandy. I love to be in the studio with you.
No, please.
But it's
Get
been
amongst it.
amazing. Really like picking in all the emotions. And yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, very, very excited for round 2 coming up very soon.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just quickly, I've got to talk about it again. That triple rotation that you saw at the end from Jento Kers there. So to clarify, like this is a huge moment in windsurfing, not just freestyle, but like Sam and Steve did this a few years ago and landed it. It was the first triple air rotation that we've ever seen in windsurfing. Jento did it for the first time yesterday, and then he did it again today.
Yes.
So this is big. So there's the 2 rotations in the air. He comes round the kind of 180. This is the one he crashes, I believe. So he crashes this one, and he literally landed straight away the one afterwards. And the fact that we're seeing that now, like that's that innovation, that's that progression. And interesting, talking to Lennart Neubauer the other day, he said there's a lot of naysayers about towing. A lot of people, it's not windsurfing and all this. But ultimately, Lennart was like, first of all, if you think it's not windsurfing, come and show us how to do it then.
Exactly.
And second of all, he said it is such an amazing way of getting comfortable doing these rotations and these moves to then take them into the wind.
Absolutely.
Because at the moment, these triple air rotations are not being done in the wind. But, I mean, with Jento now stomping one yesterday, the second rider to ever do it, this is it here. So round 2 rotations there, comes round 180 degrees. He bounces out of it. Like, it was incredible. The fact that we're seeing that now, I think we're at a point here in windsurfing, freestyle windsurfing especially, where we're going to start seeing this in the wind. You know, we saw the Pasco. The Pasco came out 2012. Galito obviously naming it after Andrei Paskovsky, and it's become a real staple in the tow-in, especially off the ramps. And now we're seeing it being given an extra rotation. And I think this is a benchmark moment. And I would be very surprised if we don't see Lennart going for it, Jamie Howard going for it. I think all the riders are geared up and they want to try it. George Grisley as well. So I'm really, really excited about this.
Definitely. I mean, all of the riders actually said when talking to them earlier during these days, they're getting very inspired by each other.
Jento Kers in 4th. Bodie Kempen also finishing that top 5 there. So this is one of those things. Bodie went out yesterday, so he's no longer in contention. But that top 4, they're all through. So Jamie Howard, Fivo Supras and Jento Kers qualified yesterday. Qualification round 1. Lennart Neubauer going up today. So I think a lot of this hinges on Lennart Neubauer being able to stomp that triple rotation. And the same for Jamie Howard as well. You know, if they can do that, because as I said earlier, I think Jento has really he's set a new bar.
Yeah, he definitely set
and of course Sam
a
as
new
well.
level, that's for sure. But if we learned one thing from towing, everything is possible.
Absolutely.
It's all about the show. It's all about surprising all of us. So never know what can happen. I mean, a lot of surprises can be expected, and this is actually the beauty also of this discipline.
Absolutely, yeah, it is. That's so true, Greta. Like anything can happen, you know. And with them all talking, and they've been practicing over the last couple of days, putting on a show for, as you said, the growing crowd. Here you can see the winch there on screen. It's quite a unique tow-in setup we've got here.
Yes,
that's something as well that encourages that progression. So let's take a little look at who we've got coming up in qualification 2 today. Then, which of the athletes we've got? It's a pretty stacked fleet. We've got a lot of big names. Yeah, absolutely.
Names over here.
Some real big names coming up. And there it is. So we've got Lennart Neubauer, George Grisley, Jamie Howard, Tigo Kor, Julian Maas, Lisa Kloster, and Anina Himos. So, first of all, let's talk about Julian Maas.
I mean, Julian, as we just said, he actually retired from the tour 5 years ago, but he kept following all the events, and I mean, how it is, you know, he's friends with everyone, and obviously, even if you stop competing, you're still windsurfer at heart, so he kept following the whole tour, and he was actually very impressed from all the events here happening, especially due to the wave. And that was exactly the main reason why he came back this year, due to the wave, because he wanted to see all his friends and actual competitors from years ago. And honestly, I've been here when he arrived the first day, and it's been so heartwarming, you know, big hugs going on. He was super happy to see everyone. And actually, it was very funny because he said, "Oh my God, Leonard, the last time I saw you were a kid, and now you're not a kid anymore." So yeah, some big emotions here. And I mean, I've been seeing him training during the past days, and he definitely can still do it, you know. He didn't get rusty at all. It's a bit like bicycle, you know. Once you're able to ride a bicycle, you never lose it. But let's see, very, very curious what he's going to show off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was also like, he was one of the kind of pioneers of towing in general. You know, I remember seeing videos from 10, 11 years ago of Julian Mass, you know, doing the toe-in and doing all these crazy moves and this kind of triple funnels and stuff. You know, he was really up there with that when he was coming in. So, you know, he's kind of one of the godfathers of this discipline of freestyle.
One of the daddies on tour now.
Exactly.
Daddies on tour.
Exactly. So, you know, it's going to be really cool to see, you know, how he gets on in this. Of course, George Grisley, 2023 champion. It's going to be also interesting to see how he gets on.
I mean, he had an amazing show here last day, amazing event here last day. So for sure, he's hungry for it. You know, he will go full in.
Absolutely. So, for those of you who weren't here yesterday, just a little explanation of how the format is going to work. So, the goofy riders are going first. So, the guys right foot forward. So, essentially, they want to do their moves on what would be port tack after they've ducked the sail. So, that would be George Grisley, Lisa Kloster, and Tigo Court. So, you can see those riders on your screen. George Grisley winding up. He's heading towards the ramp. Let's see what he's got for us. Oh, going for that triple rotation straight away. There it is. There's the stoke.
There.
He knows he rotated round, so straight away going really big there.
Oh yes, a lot of airtime. This is what we love about this wave, that you get so much pop and so much airtime. And as we can also see, the shore is full, the crowd is here cheering with an aperitivo in the hand. It couldn't be better for Tarin. I mean, it's glassy, no wind, just perfect conditions.
Absolutely, yeah. Big move there from George Grisley. Let's see it again. Yeah, it looked like he was definitely going for that triple rotation, but just sadly didn't quite manage to come round. Didn't manage to quite come round and kind of land back on with the board underneath him. But, I mean, that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, straight away, jumping around. Looks like the board got a bit stuck, but there it is. And he goes round into that triple. Oh, that must have felt good. Look how far he travelled in the air. So yeah, straight away, like I said, we're seeing that innovation. They're all going to start going for this now. Now, as soon as as soon as Jentel's done it, you know, he did it twice, once today in the practice, and once at the end yesterday after the competition was finished. Sam and Steve, obviously, the first one to do that move a couple of years ago, right here in Geneva off the ramp as well. Next up, we've got Lisa Kloster. So it's worth noting as well, the top 4 riders of this, they will advance through into tomorrow's final. So it will be all eyes on them. Lisa Kloster winding up and getting ready to go. It'll be the top 1 girl from this. So it's between Lisa Kloster and Anina to see which one of them will advance through into the final as well. Lisa Kloster getting up and ready. She's been sending the air funnels all day. Let's see what she's got for us. Winding up. She's heading towards the ramp. Letting go. Oh, comes out the straps on the air funnel there. But she's okay. Hands straight up. She's stoked. She'll be pleased with that one. But, yeah, just came out the straps. You know, still managed to get a good rotation. But, yeah, unfortunately, not completed. And the judges will kind of... I'm not going to say they're going to judge it harshly, but what they're really looking for, you know, they do want to see, like, a completed move. You know, obviously, it's all about the rotation. But, yeah, you saw that back foot coming out. And joining me in the studio, we've got Mr. Jentel Cares. How we doing?
What's up, Sandy? Yeah, doing great.
So
watching the qualification for the final for tomorrow.
Absolutely, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about yesterday and what's happened. You finished, you qualified for the finals with that double air culo, and then next couple of runs you managed to stomp that triple air rotation. You had basically one try and you almost landed it, and then next run you kind of stomped it. Was there anything and then you stomped another one today, right?
No, but today I didn't land it clean,
right.
But it was bigger.
You came right, yeah, it was huge. So is there, and maybe you don't want to give away the secrets. But is there anything you kind of felt like you were doing different, or do you think it's just you just got to do it again over and over again kind of thing?
I mean, to win, it's something we do so little, so it's just getting the practice in and try and error. And you know, I don't really know what I do. You know, I just do what feels good, and I cannot explain people what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's just throwing. I mean, it looks like, especially in the practice runs today, it looks like you were deliberately like pushing against the wave to get that extra little bit of pop, because you went even higher than we've seen. And I know for tomorrow, potentially in the final, they're going to be making the wave a little bit bigger, right? So
yeah, I mean, that would be great. But it's also a lot to do with confidence. You know, now we have hit that wave more and more times again, that we get more confidence from how hard we can push into it.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to see Tigo Kart.
Tigo, let's see what he's got for us. He's been doing those kind of big burner 360 rotations.
Yeah, in the practice he had some really nice ones.
Yeah, let's see what he's got for us.
Oh. Yeah, nice.
Undercooked it a little bit there. He didn't quite bring the board back.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good height, good rotation. Yeah. Just catching that. I think he gets just the rail on the landing, but it's so tricky in the toe-in to get that perfect.
I guess because you don't have the wind to help stabilize you, do you? So it's so much about it. Yeah, as you said, looks like this is a perfect angle for it. So he was going round that second rotation, wasn't he?
No.
He'd already started.
A bit more pressure on the toes, that the rail would stay out the water. And
okay, and Greta is down at the pontoon with Mr. Julian Maas.
Julian, how are you feeling? How excited are you?
Very excited. Yeah, I'm feeling good, but I have to be honest, I was training just before and it was not the best for me. So I'm a little bit worried, but we will see.
Don't you worry, be happy. So what are we expecting from you? What do you have on the menu?
Like everybody, a big burner.
And are we going to see you with your sunglasses on the water?
No. Too expensive.
I mean, style matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. But expensive.
Okay, can you give us also some insights? How is the emotions out here? How is the ambience right now?
The ambience very good. Huh? It's really busy today, much more than yesterday. And the sun is also warm. It's very warm now. It's like 25, 30 degrees, sun, beach, water is good.
Exactly how we love it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Perfect.
So good luck, Julian, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, so back to you, to the studio, Sandy and Yentl.
Always good to have Julian Maas back. Have you kind of traveled with him that much? When was the last time you guys windsurfed together?
Well, it's been a while we windsurfed together. I have competed loads with him over the years.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see him coming back, and he loves the toe-in, so good show.
Absolutely.
Right,
George Grisley. So kind of got halfway around the triple earlier on that last run. Let's see if he can do it again.
Whoa.
Oh. He went a bit further around it that time, but just again, like bringing the board back underneath you is so hard to kind of land.
It's really tricky. Because you get so much height, so much rotation speed that it's just...
You almost can't slow it down, right?
No, it's like...
you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the roller coaster. You're almost the passenger, not the pilot, I guess, once you're up there. So you can see coming round and then going round again for that third. In the wind.
Maybe as it is a competition format, he should have go a little bit more safe and go a little bit less big to try to land it.
Yeah.
But, I prefer it like this, just go big and send it for the show.
Yeah.
Like the win for me is a show.
Absolutely, yeah. And Greta is on the pontoon with Anina. Let's get some words from her.
Anina, how are you feeling today? How is it going?
Training was quite okay. Had some hurtful crashes though. But I'm excited for to qualify.
What can we expect from you in your rounds?
The jump with the wave, I think I'm gonna try for a burner. And on the flat one without the wave, I think I'm gonna try flat crawl.
And how inspired are you actually? I mean, you're here representing the girls, you know, being inspired also by Maike and Lisa. How is it for you to be one of the 3 girls actually competing here?
Super exciting and really, like, it's an honor, I say. I mean, yeah, I can't say much to that.
Amazing. Anina, thank you so much. Good luck and all the best.
Thank you.
All right, guys, after some chit-chatting with Anina, back to you to the studio.
And here we go. We've got Lisa Kloster getting up and ready. Her last run. So this is her final run on the wave. Last time she kind of came out the back strap on that air funnel. Let's see if she can stay wedged in. I think that's probably the move we're going to see her going for again. Let's see what she's got. And it's same thing again. It's like on the landing.
I mean, the problem is with the wave and the winds that pulls you. Loads of the people are hanging actually a bit more backward because they're scared to hit the wave, to nosedive. But actually, you have to be quite leaning on the front to not get that kick backwards. It's a bit a strange wave, but you see loads of them, like, they rotate a bit under their gear instead of over.
Yeah.
And that makes it really tricky to land.
Yeah, so
I mean, she got a good pop on it and a nice rotation.
But just came straight out the straps, I guess, because you're kind of too far back. You're almost not on the toes. You're not connected to the board enough. That was interesting. Jamie Howard also said the same thing. He was like, the wave pushes you so far back, but that you actually, as you said, you almost think you're going to go straight through it, but actually it fully sends you up and backwards.
Exactly.
So you have to lean way further forward than you usually would when you're in that kind of switch and ducked position there.
Yeah, because you're kind of a bit afraid of the really steep ramp with a flat board, because the freestyle boards are quite flat. So you want to lean backward to not catch the nose, but on the other side, for the better move, you have to lean forward. So you have to find that sweet spot, what is tricky. But, you know, everyone is sending it and doing actually, you know, you can see day by day people improving and going bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's what we like to see. Replay here of Lisa Kloster going for that air funnel. So yeah, you can see it already just a little bit too far back, right?
Yeah, and then you see they rotate a bit under the sail.
Yeah,
that makes it tricky.
And then so already out of that foot strap, just becoming disconnected from the gear. Like you said, if you have the equipment underneath you, I guess you're pressuring into the board, whereas as soon as it's over the top of you.
Yeah, and it's more natural because that's the way we do it in windsurfing.
Exactly.
So you're more. Yeah, it's a more natural feeling how to keep the control of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is it for the riders on Goofy. So right foot forwards. You'll notice Tigo won't be doing that. He's going to go with the other guys for his second run with the wave. But yeah, coming up we have the guys will be doing their runs on the Flatwater. But let's get a quick word in from our sponsors. All right, and as you can see, the riders are making their way out to the pontoon. So these are going to be all of the riders going for their run without the boat ramp. So this is the Flatwater. So this is where things get a little bit mixed up, Jentel. So we're going to start seeing not necessarily the big air time, but we're going to start seeing some of those combination moves going down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the first one on the boat, you see Leonard. I'm pretty sure he's going to go F on a burner.
Yeah. He's been doing double burners in the practice today as well, so I wasn't sure. Maybe we're going to see that, but he's definitely got both of those kind of rotations
Yeah,
down.
but I guess for him, because it will be his first run as well, the F on the burner will be the safer one, plus scoring good, you know.
Yeah. If you stomp it, right? If you manage to land it cleanly and you know, come out with a bit of speed. You know,
not like in previous years, judges were not that critical. Things are for the show, like making a good show for the crowd. Like you see so many people sitting here.
Yeah.
That, you know, we want to go big and not hold back. So they're like, it's like a sweet spot in between, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine line between playing it safe for the competition, but also going big for the crowd. And speaking of going big, Leonard Neubauer in the yellow jersey, currently first on the Tow-In Tour. Let's see what he's got for us. There's that air funnel.
Burner.
And there's the burner. Absolutely stomped it. Oh, he's not going to get that hair wet. Look how close he is to the rocks as well. Those rocks definitely have a magnet on them, right? You got pretty close to them in the last couple of days as well.
Yeah, but you know, like once you have a line you're going into, it not like in windsurfing we get blown downwind. So if you know you pass, you're gonna go in a straight line.
Yeah.
No matter what. So he sees that before, and
that was so sick. There was so much torque on that burner. Look at the twist. Wow.
Muscles around it.
Yeah, fully muscles around it. But I guess you've got to, you know, you've kind of got to in the toe-in, haven't you? You've not necessarily got that power, but really,
I mean, you get a lot of power from the apparent wind.
Yeah.
Just sometimes, for some reasons, like you don't get the pop and not the power. And I think on this one, it was not like his most smooth one, that he really had to use his strength and his technique. But sometimes, you know, it just happens in towing, like it's like skipping a rock on the water.
And here it is. So there's the air funnel. Huge. You can see there just that huge pop there off the back foot.
Wow. Nice one.
Yeah, really sick. Nose fully clears.
And lands perfectly.
Yeah. Still planing, basically. Next up, we've got Jamie Howard, so currently sitting in second place, you know, really stomping the moves. He looks pretty stoked. He was a bit nervous earlier. You know, he's kind of deciding what moves to do, and he's kind of getting in his head a little bit. And, you know,
I mean, it shouldn't, because he's ripping, and he loves the toe-in. You know, he comes along to the events as fun as he's working and stuff. And, you know, like, no stress. And
that's what I said to him. Yeah,
he should enjoy it as much as he can.
Exactly. I was like, ultimately, you know, this is kind of your holiday. You know, just enjoy it, put the moves down,
and
do it for the show.
He's doing it super good, especially on the wave, I think.
Oh yeah, he's going to go big. Yeah, he made a real good impression on the wave last year, but on the Flatwater, he's still got the moves as well. You can see him cutting out. Let's see what he's got for us.
Burner.
There's the burner. And he will stop it. I think he wanted to go for the 360, but just got a little bit caught there. I know that's what he wanted to do. That's kind of one of his signature moves on the Flatwater.
Exactly.
You know, he put that one out on Instagram a couple of years ago, an event we did in the UK, and it kind of like landed and almost like nose pivoted it round.
Nose pivot around. Yeah,
and
that's
it looks
super cool.
Almost like a kind of, you know, like the Kulo spot, the old school Kulo Spoks with the longer boards.
With the longer boards.
Yeah,
like
it looked exactly like that, and I think that was what he was wanting to do. Greta is down on the pontoon with Mr. Leonard Neubauer after that incredible air funnel burner.
To your qualification.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The conditions are near perfect now. I was a bit close to the rock again as I landed, but I've been doing that all day. It's been going well, so I don't know why it's happening, but yeah, moves are coming along quite nice.
I mean, amazing. Hair is still dry. Is that your ultimate goal in every run?
Yeah, I'm going to try third run to be standing here with the same kind of hair, but if it gets wet, it doesn't matter. It's quite warm.
Leonard, for all the spectators at home and someone who never did actually tow in, could you quickly explain what you need exactly to do while you're on the water, like holding on, concentrating, foot position and so on?
Yeah, so in towing, I always say the hardest thing is actually getting up to speed, because the handle does take a lot of pressure onto the arm. And so I say, just accelerating, putting the feet in the straps as fast as possible. Not waiting too long, and then being very decisive on when you're going to jump. So I think we've all been struggling a bit on the timing of our jumps. So saying you're going to jump and then doing it is the key for me in towing.
Thank you so much, Leonard. Good luck for the next ones.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, next one coming in hot, Anina.
As you said there, yeah, Anina coming in hot, tried to sort of go for that sort of burner rotation, but didn't quite manage to get the pop of the board. But still looks like good vibes. I think she's pretty stoked with it. Interesting what Leonard Neubauer was having to say there. You know, talking about how he's kind of going for those moves. Do you think we're going to see him going for that triple later on off the ramp?
I mean, I think so. He is one of the guys who is capable of it, but also maybe a big scope who we saw Sam yesterday do. And also Leonard likes that, so
yeah.
I don't see him doing much like the normal stands, like double air cooler or something. It's not Leonard's thing.
No.
But like the burner ones or the air funnel, Pasco rotations, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you know that sort of like air funnel burner, but I don't know. He's got the Pascos down. In my opinion, Skopu's, you know. Ideally, I mean, you know this better than anyone, but usually the Scoper, you want that little bit of wind as well, don't you, to kind of help the rotation. Although we saw Sam do a really sick one yesterday, I guess.
Yeah, it helps a lot with a bit of wind. But Leonard is a pretty smart one in competition-wise. He maybe is already thinking ahead from, okay, everyone is going to do these Pasco rotations. What is the nicest one for me? But then he maybe thinks, okay, if I do a Skopu, what almost nobody does, it's going to impress the judges a bit more. So he's a pretty smart one in that.
That's a good point. That is also what the judges want to see. You know, they want to see the move stomped. And kind of fully landed, but they also want to see something a bit different, don't they? Because for a while, Toin, you know, it was kind of very much just air funnels and burners, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I brought in like double air culo, and I do it always, like in most of the events.
Yeah.
And I know it always helps my scores.
Yeah.
As not many people see. All right,
Sure.
Julian Maas.
Julian Maas, what's he got for us? I think we're going to see an air funnel burner, personally.
Exactly, air funnel burner, but he also used to be like a good air funnel guy, like doing like triple.
Yeah.
Triple ones, like just keep popping around.
Yeah, I said earlier on in the show, he was kind of one of those first riders doing those like triple pop rotations in the toe-in and stuff. You know, him and Steven Van Broekhoven were, you know, really the first ones doing more than 2 pops. So let's see what he's got for us. Oh, he doesn't like it. You could see like almost spun out or caught a rail or something there. I'm not sure what happened.
It looks like he had quite a bit of chop from some boats. Like you see a bit of swell.
Yeah. Interesting to see. I wonder if he'll get a second go.
Normally, when you don't jump, you will get another go.
Yeah, so it may be that we reset. He's still stoked though. But yeah, kind of a good decision there, deciding not to just jump straight into it and go for it.
Yeah.
You know, if it doesn't feel right, there's no point trying to go for it, right?
No, because if you feel like the board will stick and you will not get the pop, it's also risky for the ankles. So
you can hurt yourself. Yeah. Let's see.
But you see, it's loads of chop from the boat, and he's like...
yeah, his nose dug in.
He's like, no.
Yeah. He fully dived into a piece of chop there. Yeah, both. It looked like he starts...
Like the chop comes from a long way in the background.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah, no, he's good. The go. Let's wait and see what the...
in my opinion,
well,
he is a real showman. You want to see him having the good
he's got to be given the opportunity, right? Yeah. But maybe it may be that he comes out and he gets a go after the rest of the guys.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
To keep it easy, because it looks like George has already got the tow rope in his hands. He is next up, so hopefully
last run for George.
Hopefully Julian will get a go. Yeah, last run for George Greisley. So yeah, not potentially had the best thing. Maybe like what you said, hasn't been the smartest competitor. Has been thinking more about just sending it and trying to throw that triple rotation.
I mean, I love to see that. Like,
Me too.
We saw the runs he did. He was going huge.
Yeah.
Like insane, and it brings a better picture. It brings better videos. Just for the judges, you need to land a bit clean. So maybe a half rotation less, but landing clean could help in. But I don't know the scores. You know, like maybe they also love to see the big sand, and you get rewarded for that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope for George, because that's also the way I like to go in.
To send it. Yeah. So George Greisley currently sitting in second place. Obviously, he's got 2 runs done. Most of the other riders haven't. Lisa Kloster also has 2 runs done, 4.17.
Leonard only has 1 run done.
And he's got 8 points already. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just come through yet. Julian will go again.
Okay.
So that's good.
That's a nice one.
He will get another shot, but it may be that, he will probably go at the end after the other riders. Let's see what George Greisley's got.
Air funnel.
There's the air funnel, and he will jump round again. Claims it.
Claims it.
Nice, like double air funnel almost. Stoked with that one there.
Nice one.
You looked for a second like he was going to go for the burner. And
Yeah.
almost like the last second he was like, actually, no, let's keep this safe.
I mean, I never seen him doing air funnel burners in real life in Toin. But then today he uploaded the video on his social media, and he was doing perfect ones.
Yeah.
So he has been training it, and I feel like, he definitely wanted to do that.
Yeah. So, really nice, that almost like double air funnel there from George.
He even had the speed if he wanted to maybe do a triple.
Triple, yeah, I know. Almost, he just decided to kind of flip the sail and land it cleanly, I guess. But
a nice one, really. That will up his score, I think
so.
quite a bit.
I think they'll be pleased with that. So, George Greisley moves straight up into first place with a 10.34, but it's worth noting George has had his 3 runs now.
Yeah, exactly.
So 10.34, 3 runs. Leonard Neubauer has had 1 run, 8 points.
Yeah.
So you know, there's a potential point of difference there. You know, he's got a bit of work to do, George. Jamie Howard sitting in third with a 5.5. Still has 2 runs left to go, both of them off the ramp, which is, as you said,
his preferred
exactly.
thing.
That's where he really shines. Is off the ramp. Yeah.
Right, Lisa is next up.
Yep, Lisa Costa going up next. Then Tigo Court, and then I think it will probably be Julian will get his second shot after that as well.
Yeah.
Let's see what Lisa's got for us. So Lisa, again, trying the air funnel off the waves. Maybe going to see, but she's also been training the culo as well. So going in that kind of regular stance. But I wonder if she decides to do it in competition.
She was doing that with the wave before.
Yeah.
So, and she does the culo on the opposite side. She has a sail now.
Ah, yeah, she does, yeah.
So she will probably go for like a funnel or double funnel on the Flatwater.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, she does her culos are on starboard tack, so yeah, the sail would be on the other side. Getting into that kind of regular stance position, which is technically switch in towing.
Yeah.
It's quite confusing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I keep it regular and switch like I say it in normal windsurfing because
otherwise
that's how also the moves feel. Funnel.
Yeah, as you said, was definitely keeping it low, going for that double funnel there, but just like almost got a bit caught on the pop. You know, kind of looked like she wanted to go big for the air funnel, but then decided not to.
I mean, it's always safer in towing to go air funnels instead of funnels because for one reason, the boards stick way more to the water when in towing.
Because the water's not as disturbed, is it, right?
Yeah,
it's
and
also
stickier. I think the boards are not designed to go that speed, so they just suck to the water.
Right.
So it's better to be up in the air.
That's
and
an
skip it like a stone.
interesting tip there. So yeah, you want to almost want to go big. You want to go for that.
Like you see loads of people like doing the burner 360 and then they get stuck a bit. I feel it's because of that reason.
Right. That's
like
interesting.
It doesn't spin like you have with wind.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Tigo Court. Let's see what he's got for us. Tigo does things a little bit differently. I think he's already done the burner off the wave. He's currently sitting in 5th place, so 2.5 for that kind of burner. You know, he over-rotated it. Essentially, it was a crash. So he'll be wanting to try and stomp something here. Let's see what he's got for us. I think it's probably going to be a kind of burner or air funnel sort of rotation. Like you said, he does.
I think on flat, he probably goes for the air funnel.
Yeah.
That's what he was practicing.
Yeah.
On the wave, loads of big burners. Bit sad for him that he didn't land the perfect one now in the qualification, because in the practicing he did some really nice ones.
He did some good ones, yeah. But sometimes that's just the way, isn't it? You know, when you want to make it into a competition.
Exactly.
All right, we've got Tigo up and going. Let's see what he's got for us. There's no ramp this time on the flat water. Cutting out loads of speed.
Funnel.
And he will stomp it right round.
Nice, yeah.
So yeah, a bit more of a cleanly landed move there.
He went definitely on the safer side, but it will really up his score.
Yeah. And let's go to Greta, who is on the pontoon with Mr. George Grisley.
George, you're already done for today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty happy. I would have liked to do a little bit more, but in the end on that double, on the flat section, I played it a little bit safer just to land the move. But yeah, I don't know, it's going to be super close between 3 or 4 of us, so I just hope I make it into that top 4.
I mean, thank you for the amazing show. The crowd absolutely loved it. How does it feel to be here in the water, in Geneva's waters, in front of this amazing home crowd?
Yeah, it's epic. I mean, compared to yesterday, it seems a lot busier today. I guess it's the weekend, so it's super cool when you finish your move, you get a big cheer, and the crowd seem to be enjoying it. So yeah, it's great to be here, good vibes on the water, and just fun to be windsurfing.
I mean, Geneva is actually one of your, let's say, lucky places. You had some amazing results here last year. Are you very eager to repeat that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I came into this event way out of the overalls, unlike last year, due to an injury in Fiesta, but I'm just happy to be here. I just want to be in the final again and kind of just do it because it's super fun with the wake boat and we never get to have this experience. So the more time and the more practice, the better.
Absolutely, George. Thank you so much. Get some relaxing now and fingers crossed for you.
Fingers crossed. Cheers, Greta.
All right, guys. So let's get ready for the next riders coming in hot.
Okay, here we go. Riders coming in hot. Leonard Neubauer just having a little relax there on the pontoon, getting ready. But we've got Julian Maas getting up and going. This is his second run. So due to the fact that he didn't take to the air, he didn't try a move, he gets another go. He kind of caught the nose of his board in a bit of chop. Let's see what he's got for us. Let's go. Funnel. Wow, super clean there. That kind of flaka-shaka rotation.
It's a bit of flaka-shaka rotation. But that was the cleanest one we have seen so far.
Yeah, yeah, easy. So as you said, or we were saying earlier, he's definitely not lost it. He's definitely still got those moves, still super clean. Yeah, what is the difference between that kind of flaka-shaka rotation and like the sort of double air funnel rotation that we saw from George? You know, 'cause
they bring the sail like underneath, like you see he brings the sail more underneath him, that you're like above the sail.
Yeah.
And with a funnel, you stay like, you see the first one is like a flaka or a funnel, and the second one really brings the sail underneath him.
And it was like almost an air rotation as well. That second one was like full air shaka.
Air one.
Yeah. Like didn't touch at all, and that will put him straight up into 4th place with only one run, 6.33. So Tigo Court coming in at 7.33. Leonard Neubauer at 8 points. George Greisley 10.67. Some good vibes there on the boat as they make their way out to the pontoon. So that is it for the Flatwater.
Yep.
We are now moving into the final runs for the guys using the ramp. Using the boat. So first up will be Mr. Leonard Neubauer. So these are the guys opting to go left foot forwards. So that kind of regular stance. But you will also notice Tigo Court's going there. So we're going to see a culo.
Yeah, that was his plan. He want to go for a culo.
Yeah. They've got the best seat in the house, sitting up there at the top of the diving board. I think they're 10 meters up.
Yeah.
You've been jumping off that a bit this week?
Yeah, I've done some flips of it.
Bowles managed to do a forward loop off it with his gear?
Yeah, of the
3 meter. Or the 5 meter, I think he did it. Or 3 meter. 3
yes.
meter, yeah. Not quite big enough to do over there. So, yeah, beautiful view there.
We were thinking about it, but the problem was that day the wind was pushing the wrong direction.
Yeah,
so you would
gone into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were like, please don't do that. So, your beautiful view here. Again, big shout out to Tropical Corner here in Geneva for hosting us. It's such an amazing spot. And we're, absolutely loving being here. The vibe, everything is just amazing. So, huge shout out to those guys for hosting us. And we've got Mr. Leonard Neubauer. Jentel, what's going through his head? What do you think we're going to see?
He's going to fly, that's for sure. I think the first one is not going to go.
Beautiful to be here in Geneva, and as you can see, sun is starting to go down a little bit. There is absolutely zero wind, perfect tow-in conditions, and we've got the current 2024 tow-in tour leader, Mr. Leonard Neubauer, going up. You can see him in the yellow jersey, crouched over his gear, and he will be getting up and ready to absolutely send it off the ramp for us. I'm joined in the booth by Mr. Jentel Kers, and we're here to call the action today. And what action has been so far? Kind of bit of a dark horse, bit of a wild card there with Julian Mass coming in. I think he's potentially going to cause some upsets, but also, everyone who knows what freestyle windsurfing is knows who Julian Mass is.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he's just been away for a couple of years, but he went away on his top, when he was actually 3rd in Bonaire.
Absolutely, and here we go. Leonard Neubauer, what's he got for us? Whoa! That did so. Look, even he can't believe it. He's stoked with that one.
Exactly.
That was incredible. So just going for that Pasco, but he went so high on that first rotation there and then just swooped around the second one as he came down. Landed
double rotation.
Landed fully planing, basically.
You need to is amazing.
Playing it cool, managing to kind of stop the nerves. And next up, we've got Mr. Jamie Howard. I think Jamie's probably going to be going to try to do the same thing, really.
Yeah, he has seen that, so...
Jamie's got quite this unique style, though, doesn't he? He almost kind of stalls the rotation as he takes off, It almost looks like he kind of loads it up a little bit.
I think he's more going for an air funnel on the wave.
Right.
Like what I'm also doing. And then you would see like Leonard or Samuel later. You're going to see how massive it was.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it was a big one there. You can see, travelled really far. Yeah, look, there's that kind of stalled, leaning back sort of takeoff. Stayed in the foot straps, but just... Whoa. Yeah, just caught the nose.
Yeah.
As he kind of came down a bit there. It looked like it just sort of disrupted the rotation a little bit. And Greta is down on the pontoon with Mr. Leonard Neubauer.
Leonard, one word only, wow.
Yeah, that was fun. Hair's still dry. Now it's just the question, what is the third run going to be? Because I was planning to crash on this one and maybe do a bigger one on the end, but now I think I might go without wave and do a triple pop.
Why do you think is this wave so unique here?
I think Yeah, because we have the ability with the Mastercraft to put in, I think, 2 tons of water on one side, and this just creates this, I would say, half-meter wall of water, which just, yeah, it's unlike any tow-in event we have. It just throws us super high in the air, and yeah, just the wind is perfect. The whole setup right now is really good.
I mean, it's been amazing. The crowd loved it. We loved it, and good luck for the last round.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, back to you in the studio.
Interesting. No wave for the last run he's thinking about.
I guess he's kind of done it now, you know. He's done the he's done it. He's landed absolutely perfectly. You know, I guess in his head he's like, I don't necessarily want to go for that triple. You know, he potentially doesn't want to get injured or anything. You know, wants to maybe play it safe. But what do you think he's got up his sleeves? Anina there, whoa! Almost going for like a switch kono there.
Switch kono, yeah.
Yeah, but just didn't quite get properly underneath.
Switch konos are tricky.
Yeah, it's such a
wind.
It's even in the wind, you want it to be super windy to be able to learn that move.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So trying to do it when there's absolutely zero wind. I mean, even though, like you said, you know, you have that pressure in the sail, you have the apparent wind. It's still trying to figure out where that angle is, where you want to push out.
The problem
with the
is
sail.
we slow down so much that you get the pop with the power in the sail, but once you start rotating and you start slowing down up in the air, you lose all the power in the sail.
Yeah.
That's why the landings are often so
tricky.
tricky.
Then to try and bring the gear back down underneath you is so hard because you sheet in and there's just I guess nothing there, you know. All right, so that was Anina's first run off the ramp. Next up, we've got Julian Maas going straight up again. Going off the ramp, you think, what, another Pasco maybe?
Yeah, another Pasco rotation. He was saying before we were training a bit together and he struggled a bit to find the right sweet spot on the wave.
Right.
But, you know, as I know Julian Maas, he probably figured it out now and he's going to fly.
Yeah.
He's a showman. He only comes for that, to make a big show and, of course, enjoy it a lot for himself.
I think he just wanted, like we were saying earlier before you kind of came in, you know, Greta had a great conversation with him yesterday, and a lot of it was he literally saw this event last year and was like,
yeah, he was jealous that
I want to be a part of
here,
this, you know. And he was like, I want to be a part of the show. And, you know, he said it's such a unique thing having this ramp here. You know, Lennart just said it as well. You know, it creates such a different dimension for freestyle, and it's not something that you get very often. So, yeah, great to have him here and just getting stuck in.
I mean, he's a pioneer of the tow-in. He's the one who has been pushing it since the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, actually, when he left from the tour, the waves only came in like in some events with a small wave, and then here they stepped it up 2 years ago or 3 years ago with the wave, and I think that really made him like, fuck, I have to come back to this to really send it.
You know, everyone else has stepped up. He's kind of watched what he's kind of almost was one of the guys starting it and has watched it progress so much. So yeah, it's great to see him, and let's see what he's got as he heads towards the ramp. Plenty of speed. Let's go.
Wow.
Whoa, 2 full air rotations there. Doesn't quite get the landing, but he looks pretty stoked.
He looks stoked. Like, I think he had the feeling now, okay, there was the sweet spot on the wave. I had the spin, I had the height.
He looked surprised there, didn't he? You know, he looked almost shocked that kind of happened.
Yeah, but if you didn't hit the wave before on a proper way, if you hit it then on the right spot, it gives you such a kick, such a height. Look at the rotation. Like,
he almost probably didn't mean to. You can see how much the sail powered up there as he pushed out when he was taking off. Wow, really, really sick there from Julian Maas. Yeah, not quite getting the landing. Be interesting to see how the judges score that.
I mean, it's going to be tricky to give it a lot of score now after Lennart has stomped the same move, but like...
Perfect,
you know, like that sets the scale to a different universe almost.
Yeah, I mean, Lennart Neubauer there, 17.17 after 2 runs. That's just an insane score. George Greisley still in second place, 10.67. Julian Maas, 9.71. And I think that was Jamie Howard up in 4th place as well. So that's currently the top 4, but that will definitely change because most of those riders still have another run to go.
Exactly. Yeah, but George has no power anymore because he had his runs already.
Yeah. He's just got to sit there and watch, and whatever happens, happens.
Exactly.
Tigo Court now going up as well. Tigo could also, you know, with a good last run.
A big culo.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah, if he can stomp a big culo. How is it with the culo? It looks like a lot of the time you kind of come round in that clue first position, and then to land in that position is even harder, right? You know, you've almost got to kind of flip the sail as quickly as possible.
Because you land switch, you know, and when you land normal stand, as you see loads of us are really quickly out the strap to be a bit more stable. And with the culo. But yeah.
Yeah, let's wait and see what Tego's stance position, hopefully going for that culo. I think that's definitely what we're going to see. Or potentially, has he been going for any sort of double air rotations? I don't think so.
I don't think so. In burners, yes, but in the culos, not yet.
Yeah, I think it's just that kind of one. Sometimes with the toe-in, things like this, it's better to do one big culo, really kind of, and try and stomp it, land it really cleanly. Potentially that's better than kind of going around half of a second one and completely crashing. You know?
All right. He's in
Here we go. So in that regular stance, so it looks a bit kind of twisted up, but actually it's quite settled once you're in it. You know, it's that kind of regular
It's
duck.
tricky with the winch.
Yeah.
Because you have not so much weight to steer.
And that's what he wanted.
Nice one.
Really nice culo there from Tego Court.
A good height on it and a perfect landing.
Yeah. And like we said, you know, didn't come round, kind of came round the clue first and flipped the sail straight away because he doesn't want to be landing in that kind of awkward position. Let's see that again. Whoa, and love the spray off that one. Yeah, he'll be really stoked with that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think sadly that's saying goodbye to George Grisey's chances of getting through. That'll be a really nice score, I would say.
I think so. I mean, George, his rotations were higher and, you know, like double rotation, but not as clean. And it puts him in third place even.
Maybe not. So George still above. Obviously, we've still got Jamie Howard to go and Julian Mass.
It's pretty close, huh?
But
9-3, 9-6,
super close. But I mean, realistically, you know, they've not got to do much to overtake George.
Leonard is out of reach for them, all of them now.
Yeah, Leonard's guaranteed through into the final. But yeah. Tego now has finished his runs, but Julian Mass and Jamie Howard still got to do theirs and get up. And Lisa Kloster also looking pretty comfortably ahead of Anina as well.
So
Anina has one run left, though. Alina has one run left.
Exactly.
Lisa Kloster is finished. But yeah, so still a little bit to play for. Still a chance.
Loads of pressure on Jamie actually at the moment.
Yes, Jamie's the one that's under the most pressure right now. Really, he's got well, there's still not that much in it between him and Julian.
But he needs to improve one of both scores.
Yeah.
So he needs to land one.
Yeah.
We know he can.
For sure, yeah.
He probably will.
He's one of those guys, I feel like when it really comes down to it, Jamie can really switch it on. He gets into that kind of gear. He's always a bit nervous before he goes out, but as soon as he's that, because it technically isn't as hard as, like you said, you know, that air funnel double burner and things. But I mean, the fact that he managed to save that and come out still super clean.
I think Leonard loves to go really fast with the winch or with the toe-in. And look, yeah, he just landed way too far.
But the fact that he managed to save that and come out landing completely clean, he went so big.
But look at the speed he still has when he finishes.
Yeah, comes out still planing, basically. That was crazy.
And still dry.
Yeah, absolutely. And Greta is down on the pontoon with Mr. Tego Court.
Theo, all good things at 3. You're done for today, and how are you feeling?
It was nice on the water. It was good. I tried to land like all my tricks and didn't great. It was good.
I mean, the very best at the very end. A nice culo. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Great performance. So now fingers crossed, hoping that you advance into tomorrow's final. And now what? Some relax, some drinks?
Some relax. Yeah, right. And watch the show.
Exactly. Watching the show. Thank you so much, and fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So the last runs are still possible.
Awesome there. Good to hear from Tego Court. Good vibes as we see Jamie Howard winding up for his final run of the day. He will be going off the ramp. Let's see what he's got for us.
F funnel.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Wow, he's stoked with that one. You called it, Jento. You called it.
I think that will move him almost in second place.
I think so. I think that will probably see him through. I mean, the culo was amazing from Tego, but that's a step up there. That's a step up. And there it is. Yep, you're completely correct. So Jamie Howard straight up into second place, 13.5 points. So yeah, I mean, George still in contention. It looks like that culo from Tego came through at 10.5, so he's sitting in fourth place. So I mean, it's all on what Julian Mass does. Julian will be the last rider of the day. Next up, we've got Anina, and depending on what Anina does will also determine whether Lisa Kloster will go through into tomorrow's final up against Micah Hooverman. But yeah, I mean, really
with
stoked.
the win, we always see surprises, like things we don't expect from certain riders. Look at that one. Wow.
Oh, the like compression at the end there was so... Wow, seeing it in full speed, I love it. He travels so far there. Super sick from Jamie Howard. He'll be really stoked there. And almost all in the air as well, like 720, just a little nose tap.
Just a nose tap, I mean...
But look, and the full claim, he'll be really stoked.
That's not claiming to claim, it's just because it
feels
picture
good.
perfect and feels good.
Yeah. Comment coming in on YouTube, Matteo. Which winch do they use to have this speed? I think it's like a custom-made one.
Yeah.
They have it here. They kind of built it here. Yeah, they own it here at Tropical Corner. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty powerful. I mean, I don't know if you know how fast they go.
I put the watch on yesterday, and in my first run, I went 68, and after I
Kilometers.
and then after 75.
Wow. So yeah, as you said, you know, windsurf equipment isn't designed to go that fast. So, you know,
freestyle really on a flat water day we go just above 50.
Yeah.
But in a chop we are going only like somewhere in the 40 max.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're going like nearly double the speed you would be going. As we see Anina lining up for her last run of the day, getting a bit caught on some chop there, but she will be heading towards the ramp. What's she got for us? Potentially trying another Kono. Oh! Kind of almost went for that like air funnel or something, but just did again. Just kind of went across, but didn't get the rotation there. Anina going down there, so I think Lisa will probably be pretty safe. Going through
I mean, this will
into
not
that final.
Unfortunately for her, not give her any scores. But you know, she's stoked to be here and just send it, and you know, it's also a big opportunity to get a chance to do this to win. Same as for the most top riders, it's not something we train. It's not some of them do, but most of us only do it at events, and it's really exciting. It's really cool to do.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and the only way to improve at it, like you said, is to come along to the events and get stuck in and get involved. So yeah, Anina here, it looked like she was kind of going for that sort of air funnel, like burner rotation. You're putting the sail forwards, but just didn't quite get the rotation.
I feel like she kind of pushed in to go for like a Skopu. Like she's pushing a lot on the back
maybe,
end.
yeah.
Oh, that
nose dive, boom.
I think she will have a face sign in the sail.
Maybe.
I hope she's fine, but
I mean, she seems
for
fine.
For the sound
I think.
of it,
yeah. I think she's fine. And next up, last rider of the day here, or of the competition, certainly, Julian Mass. Pressure is on here.
He doesn't know the scores. Like when we're out there, we don't know the scores. They will know Lennart is past. That's they have seen all of that.
And the scores have been upgraded slightly. So Jamie Howard up to 13.67. So Jamie going through into pretty comfortably through into it, depending on what Julian Mass does. But this is all now for George Grisley and Tigo Court. Julian hasn't really got to do much to beat them, but it looks like George will have just managed to make it through because he's above Tigo. So it looks like George will be advancing through, but let's see what Julian Mass has got for us as he comes towards the ramp.
It has to be clean.
Yeah, he has to land it.
That's not going to do it.
That's not going to do it at all.
That's not
what he wanted in the slightest. So only sort of one rotation, and again, didn't quite manage to take it. It looked like he didn't have as much speed. Maybe he let go a bit too early. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's tricky because the wind is going pretty much always the same speed.
Yeah.
And it's when you let the bar go, you slow down so fast. Like, look how much speed he has. And
yeah, look, I think maybe he let go a bit early, or maybe he wasn't close enough to the boat. You know, a little bit too far out and away from it. But yeah, well, I just got a bit caught on that last rotation.
I hope that they go out again and for some show runs.
Oh, for sure. I think they definitely will. And Greta is down on the pontoon with Mr. Jamie Howard.
Jamie, what that show? Are you happy? Are you satisfied?
I'm pretty happy. It definitely could have gone worse. I'm just glad I got 2 moves landed cleanly because the judges, they want to see, I mean, they like seeing the big stuff, but if you crash at the end, they don't always reward it so well. So I'm just glad I've stuck a couple good landings.
Yeah, exactly. The judges want to see creativity. fun to see the moves landed cleanly, stomping it actually. And yeah, congratulations. I mean, you actually entered this event in overall second position so far. Did that give you a motivational boost? Are you hungry to get that again?
Definitely hungry. Also made me quite nervous through the day. Something about waiting all day until the evening to compete is like, it plays on the nerves a bit, but I'm pretty happy with how it went, so yeah.
And what have you been doing during the day to decompress and to really stay in the zone and to stay focused?
Playing a lot of table tennis, that's been taking my mind off it, but just relaxing. It's like been such a nice day, just chilling in the sun, yeah, just hanging out with everyone. It's great to catch up with everyone, so.
Amazing. So Jamie, fingers crossed for you, good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you in the studio, Jentel and Sandy.
All right, and great to hear from Jamie Howard there. He's been relaxing, but yeah, really managed to stomp it. Like I said earlier, and I chatted to him through the day, and he was really nervous. You know, he was really feeling the pressure, and I mean, we can announce it now. I don't think we need to. So advancing through into tomorrow's final. First up, it will be Lisa Kloster on the women's side going up against Micah Hoofman. And on the men's side, Leonard Neubauer in first place, Jamie Howard in second, George Grisley in third, and Teagle Court in fourth. So George Grisley, with that double air funnel rotation, managing to get through.
I mean, it was huge. I was almost like going for the triple rotation.
Yeah.
So that definitely deserves it.
Yeah, and Leonard Neubauer, I mean, definitely a standout. You know,
yeah, Leonard was a standout. I mean, he has done like everything perfect. So.
Even that kind of last rotation there that he did, you know, it's definitely not what he wanted to do. But the fact that he managed to like save it and like spin round that sort of second rotation after that over-rotated air funnel.
He kind of messed up, but managed just to, you know, finish it so well.
Yeah. Exactly, and then Teagle Court, you know, stomping that culo and managing to secure himself into a place in tomorrow's final as well. So let's take a little look at some of the replays of today's action in the qualification round 2. Will go through into tomorrow's final up against the 4 riders that qualified from yesterday, including yourself, Jentel.
I mean, I think they all were a bit scared of Julian Mas. And
I know.
They, with being and saying that around, they maybe put more pressure on Julian because he is good in this. He is good in the towing, but just maybe the factor of not competing so much anymore, like
It is different, isn't it?
It's different.
You know, like feeling that pressure and, you know, feeling like you have to do things a bit of a different way. You're not quite as free as you usually are. You know, I guess maybe, like you said, he hasn't done it for so long. You know, he's still got the moves, but
plus most of them have more experience with the wave because we have been coming to this event already a couple of times.
Yeah.
For Julian Mas was the first time doing the toe-in with the wave. He normally does it on flat water. If it was only flat water moves, maybe the thing would have been different. So
yeah, I mean, he was a real specialist for that. You know, like we said, those kind of triple pop rotations. You know, jumping around again. You know,
like
he's definitely got those
Steven,
moves.
Some of that riders.
Kiri.
Yeah,
it was like the early days in like the Austria events, wasn't it, where they were kind of really doing
not mega big, but just keep spinning, keep popping.
Just 3, 4, like bounce, 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 like a skipping stone. And we saw that in his flat water run. You know, he absolutely stomped that. So yeah, potentially just, as you said, a bit more experience going off the ramp is what we would really want to see. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Leonard Neubauer and then, you know, Jamie Howard, that last run there. And cool to see, you know, I said it before when we first started the show, you know, you kind of landing that triple yesterday and then sort of going round them today. I think that is really going to start pushing it because now it's not like, before it was kind of like, Sam did it, and no one else is kind of really necessarily. Even last year, Sam decided not to go for it and did that kind of super stretched out one-handed burner. But with you landing it yesterday, I think that is going to kind of push the other riders to do it a bit. And I think going into tomorrow's final, it's definitely going to be a bit of a step up that we're going to see.
Yeah, for sure. You set a barrier, you know, like you know, you inspire and people are start thinking, okay, this was qualification. We did the best what we can do, but now we have to go even bigger for final.
Yeah, it is like I said it earlier, you have set a new bar, you know, and I think given that you did it, I think Sam and Steve's probably going to go for it again, isn't he? You know, he's going to change things up. I mean, he kind of has his own way of doing things, doesn't he? But I guess if he sees you doing the triple, he's going to be like, right, well, I better jump back on it again, you know?
Yeah, but same with Leonard, you know, he did the double perfect, but this is qualification, and tomorrow is final, so who knows?
Who knows? And there's a rumor as well, I think, or maybe we could confirm it, I don't know, but I think they are going to make the wave a little bit bigger.
I hear that as well, and I hope.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. You like just stepping up the final, even going bigger and a bit more risk.
Absolutely, going flying. So tomorrow we are going to be starting a little bit earlier because obviously we will have the prize giving as well. And things. So it will be 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. We will be going ahead with the toe-in final. So whatever you guys are doing tomorrow afternoon, cancel your plans. You want to be here. You want to be watching the action here in Geneva. So yeah, with that, we bid you good evening. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay tuned for all the updates on Instagram at Freestyle Pro Tour. Make sure you head there for all the behind-the-scenes action. We hope you enjoyed the action today for qualification round 2, and we will see you tomorrow for the finals.